So my mom calls me last night like moms do just to make conversation, and we got on the topic of the family tree because she's been working on that my whole life, basically. So she knows a lot about my extended family, and she tells me that my great-great-grandpa died in a hospital for the criminally insane alone. Like, no family members were there to fill out his death certificate. He didn't speak a word of English. He only spoke Italian. So he could have been criminally insane, or he could have just been someone who didn't speak English, and he was just thrown in a mental hospital, which was apparently was super common back then for people that didn't speak English. And then to find out his son, my great-grandpa, made a fortune bootlegging alcohol during Prohibition, enough to buy like 3 houses on the same street. And that's the family that I come from, and I just found this out yesterday. I had no idea. It's blowing my mind. I think it's nuts, and I decided to tell you guys about it. Anyways, my name is Hutch. I make videos, put them on the internet, and today I'm going to be reacting to another video. I did one a month ago, and then I put it out on Twitter and made a poll, asked you guys which ones you wanted to see me react to next, and this one narrowly beat out Best of Inbox, I think, was the second one. But this one was number one, and it's the time that Nanners and I tinfoiled Sark'S office before he got back from, I think he was in either PAX or like QuakeCon again or something like that, but they sent him to an event and they didn't send Nanners and I, so it was just Nanners and I running the ship for like a week. And I don't even remember who came up with this idea. I don't think it was Wood, because I don't even think Wood was here. I have no idea. Anyways, I haven't watched this since it came out in October 22nd, 2011, so 5 years ago. All right, let's go.
How's it going, guys? Welcome to Respawn.
I'm gonna turn it down
as
just
you
a little
know,
bit. Oh my God, we look so
Sark was
young.
Dead, and apparently we just got news that
I'm pissed.
he's not.
At the end of the day, I'm pissed. We had made all these plans. We had so many different replacement options for him that were infinitely better in quality, substance of character. Brought Nelson in.
Yeah.
Awesome dude.
Okay, so this is just completely random. That's Nelson Franklin. He was Nick, the IT guy on The Office, and he was in Argo, and he was in what's it called? The one with Scott Pilgrim versus the World or Universe. Super funny dude. I actually met him, I think, that year at E3. I was at the Machinima booth hanging out, waiting for something to wrap up, and I saw him like walking towards my way. I'm like, I fucking recognize that guy, and he was looking like right at me, and then he like walked up, said what's up, said, hey man, big fan, been watching your channel for a while, and then we ended up like, no, we're not like super close. I haven't talked to him in a minute, but we like kicked it a few times, played video games together a bunch. He goes by Slaughter Pops on Xbox. Really funny guy, but it was totally random that we brought him in. I was just like, hey, this is my friend. He probably would be down to come in and film something.
Figured, why not?
We came all the
We
way
didn't even
down
give
here.
him an interview. We just say, hey man.
Yeah,
Come
they saw
to
my
work.
beard, and you know, it's way ahead of Sark's, which is nothing.
It's really a connection. Like
Yeah.
if you can't have a full set of facial hair, like Sark, it's only on his chin. I think we should send a.
I think I did okay, for the record, because this guy had already worked. He was in I Love You Man too. It was like one of those Judd Apatow comedies. So he had worked with people that were like really good at improv comedy, and I in this moment I felt pretty self-conscious. I'm like, God, I'm such an idiot. But I think I did okay, actually, looking back.
Loud and clear message that you're not welcome here.
Yeah.
That Sark's not welcome?
Yeah.
Well, of course not.
So how do we? Do we have tinfoil?
Yeah,
We got a lot of tinfoil.
in spades.
You just take tinfoil with you wherever you go? Or?
Well, I have a bit of a habit where tinfoil's involved at home. It's you guys ever freebase?
I don't know where he was going with it at
I gotta
first.
be honest with you, freebasing sounded awesome, but the thought of wrapping all of Sark's stuff in tinfoil.
I'm still gonna freebase later.
Oh, yeah.
I think I was watching a lot of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia at the time, and I think I was channeling my inner Charlie in this video. I was probably doing it subconsciously. This is a fun day, man.
It helps with soundboarding right there. It amplifies the audio. You can trust me, I'm a scientist.
Now I'm trying to remember, man, who came up with this idea in the first place? I think it might have been someone on Twitter. Like, I think I said something, I put it out on Twitter like, hey, Sark's out of the office, what can we do to fuck with him? while he's gone. And I think someone from Twitter came up with the idea of tinfoiling it. Either that or it was Nanners, but I didn't come up with this idea. It was fucking brilliant, though.
That is magical.
We put fucking everything in tinfoil.
You know, I've never met Sark before, but I feel very comfortable sort of vandalizing all of his belongings.
Yeah.
Even if a land enters the play, you won't be able to resurrect this from the graveyard. That's the dumbest, like, magic joke.
That was like a Magic the Gathering painting. This is a really cool one, too. I think he spent a bunch of money on it. Could be wrong.
Sark might do something to get back at you after this. Yep. Yeah. Saying that.
This is
Or even Nanners,
that is
whatever.
for sure going.
So just like a little bit of context here. So this is late 2011. And I think Nanners hadn't told us that he was going to leave until it was like November, maybe something like that. Maybe even December. I'm not sure, but it was something that was like becoming evident. That was like the reality was setting in that you could just make so much more money and do so much better for yourself if you if you were in Nanner's position and to a lesser degree my position at the time, but still totally viable. Like becoming a YouTuber, there was just way more opportunity, and I think Nanners accepted that. I know Nanners accepted that way before I did. Like I didn't want this whole party to end. Like 2011 was also like a big adjustment kind of period for Machinima because it was changing like so fast. It went like 2010's tone and 2011's were just so drastically different. And so yeah, but I didn't really like it. It was only right around this time when the talk started coming up during lunch breaks. So like, what are you gonna do? What's the plan? And it took a really long time for it to become fleshed out. But yeah, what you're seeing now, I think, is like really kind of the last pure like good respawn from me. It was like pretty shortly after this, I ended up just kind of smoking too much weed and just not really focused too much on anything, no real direction, and then also just not really like accepting that, you know, that 2010 respawn that I had such an incredible time with was, you know, it was never going to be like that again, which, you know, I think that's the case for like every company when they're getting bigger. There's going to be sort of awkward times of getting used to new things. But yeah, you know, that was a really long-winded way of saying that this was like, I was still really happy around this time. And yeah, I think it's reflected in the video too. You can tell I'm having fun, I think.
This is a war that this is familiar territory for me. One time, my roommate took a shit in a box, dressed it up like it was a UPS package addressed to me, and so I opened up a box of shit.
And he tried to cover the smell of the shit with cologne. So he put the shit in a Tupperware container, and then he put tape over the top so he couldn't see into it. And then he doused the top in cologne. So I'm like, what is this cologne shitty smelling thing in here? And I open it up, and he full on had taken a dump, and it was disgusting.
So I took a shit on a paper plate and put it under his bed, and he didn't find out about it for a week.
No, he had no idea. He had no idea that a paper plate of my shit was under his bed for a week. It got really unruly, honestly, in that house. All these YouTube pranks. Bush League stuff.
Of course. There's like one every block.
Do you want to go buy a dildo?
So I walked. Actually, it was about 20 minutes later because I had to walk all the way down. I had to walk to a sex shop in West Hollywood, and I specifically went in there and I said, "Give me the biggest, blackest dildo that you have," and this is what she gave me. Kale in the back. I don't think that was scripted at all. I think that just happened. I got to see that again. I'm pretty sure that was not planned. Or maybe it was. That did. You can see the contours of the dildo very clearly. but they wouldn't let it. I was confused at the time. Like, why wouldn't you be able to show that on YouTube?
All right,
Fast
guys,
forward
once
to
again,
like 2016, they're flagging everything.
We are streaming Warhammer Space Marine tomorrow from 10 to 2 on machinimalive.com if you guys want to check that out. Good fucking job, guys.
Yeah, man.
You know what?
I hated doing the plugs. I always felt so.
Like at the beginning of the day,
so
you know
cheesy.
what I
I'm
mean?
used to it
Like,
now.
I hated Sark and I wanted him to die.
This is
Yeah,
a
we
nice.
don't like that we're not saying that anymore.
We're a new leaf. We're changing a new leaf.
Yeah.
We got all this tinfoil. I mean, I feel like this is a good gesture. We're bringing you back in the office.
Yeah.
I mean, we're expressing our emotions. And,
This was our way
you
of
know?
just saying, hey, we think you're a fantastic boss.
That's not why I was doing it, but alright, if you guys want to roll with that, because I got to leave
Yeah.
now. I mean, that's it. He's coming back, and I thought I had a job, but you know. Weird. What you should
Well,
take
there's
away
no-
from this, Sark,
I
is
mean-
that I still wish that you were dead. That's all.
Yeah, you don't need to make it awkward.
That's weird. So.
Fun guys.
You want a first look at Modern Warfare 3? You're looking at it. If you want a second look, you're going to have to be at COD XP with
this
us
post
beginning in
roll.
September.
The first
Modern
COD
Warfare
XP.
multiplayer reveal.
We're giving away tickets. You can come chill with us. 16 tickets. 8 of you guys will be flying out on our dime, staying in hotels on our dime.
Celebrities.
But you got to be a member of the Respawn Army if you want to hang, so keep your eyes on the spawn point
I
over on the
edited
app
that,
for more details.
actually.
Camaraderie.
Oh my god. I edited that for the record. Anyways, guys, that's going to do it. I hope you guys enjoyed today's reaction video. Do me a favor, in the comments, leave a suggestion for, I keep picking Respawn stuff, but then I remember I have like a whole library of videos that are like mine. If you want me to react to anything that like old that I did, any suggestions that you have, leave a comment, and the 4 that I see the most, I'll put in a poll next month when I do another one, and then we'll just jam it out. We'll do another one. How does that sound? Sound good? All right. Also, guys, I dropped a Modern Warfare Remastered video, and it's getting some 2011 Hutch kind of views. So I want to say thanks for that. It's kind of like bleeding to the other videos. So really kind of a shot in the arm to like wake up and see that many views. So I really appreciate all the support. If you guys haven't checked that video out, then you should do so now. And I'm gonna go. Bye bye.